isotopes. He's blazing a new trail, and he's passionate, and we're there to support you any way we can, James, and the great work you're doing at Bruce as well, the largest nuclear facilities in the world. And you're right, we're becoming an energy nuclear powerhouse, clean, green, reliable, cost-effective energy. But again, thank you everyone for coming. I'm thrilled to be here today alongside my all-star minister, and he is an all-star, David Pagini. He's a great minister of labor. He's doing phenomenal work, and I'm so proud to be here at the 21st Annual Ontario Economic Summit. But before I get started, I want to acknowledge Ambassador Cohen. Incredible. Where are you, Ambassador? There you are. Sorry, the lights are going on my eyes. You know something? I got to tell a story, Ambassador, about my desk. It's a great story. So, the ambassador came into my office, and I have a tradition, sit in the chair. I've never sat in my chair. Don't ask me why. I just got a little superstitious, and I don't know how it happened, but he said, yeah, I was at another senator or president or something, vice president, and everyone opened up his drawer and signed the desk. So, Ambassador, you started that tradition, and you have no idea how many people have signed the inside of that drawer there, but thank you for that. Ambassador Ray, great to see you. Another story with Ambassador Ray. Thank you for getting our family involved in politics. I know you did an incredible job. It's a little inside joke between us, but I'll tell you, class act. Ambassador Ray is super brilliant individual, and it's great to know you. And again, thank you for everything that you do, as well as all the council generals here. Baxter, great to see you, and another champion. And we just hit it off from the second we met each other. Folks, full disclosure, I love the U.S. Absolutely love it. Don't get me wrong, Canada's number one. Well, Ontario and Canada is number one, but the U.S., I spent 20 years down there, and I just absolutely love it, and always there to support our greatest neighbors, greatest friends in the entire world, the United States. I want to thank the board of directors. Daniel, thank you for the phone call late last night. I'm about 800 messages behind. Had a busy day yesterday, but I'm going to get back to everyone, and the entire team at the Ontario Chamber of Commerce for hosting us today. This year's theme, future-proofing our economy, is very timely. With the new administration taking office in Washington, ongoing disruptions to global supply chains, and growing geopolitical instability, economies around the world face significant challenges. Here in Canada, the ongoing impact of the inflation and of high interest rates, alongside the growing cost of the federal carbon tax, continue to squeeze the budgets of families and businesses. Amid these challenges, our government remains focused on continuing to rebuild Ontario's economy, a resilient economy that can weather any storm. In short, we're on a mission to future-proof Ontario's economy. It's a mission we began 6 years ago when we first took office. From day one, we've been laser focused on creating the conditions for businesses to grow, thrive, and prosper. In total, we've reduced the cost of doing business in Ontario by $8 billion each and every single year. We're saving $1 billion on red tape. We're making energy more affordable. We're reducing electricity rates for small, medium, and large-sized businesses by 15 to 17%. And thank you for that, James, as well. We're making record investments in schools, hospitals, roads, and highways, transit, and other critical infrastructure to a tune of close to $200 billion in infrastructure spending over the next 10 years to support the growth we're experiencing across the province while retaining a path to balance by 2026-27. It's critical that we're always prudent fiscal managers, and we do have that path to balance. And we're keeping taxes and fees low. In fact, our government has never, ever raised a tax on people or businesses, and I can tell you we never will. And it's a very, very simple theory, and the way I look at it, we came into office, the budget was $150 billion. We grew that to $214 billion, increased revenues by $64 billion without raising a tax, matter of fact, reducing taxes. We attracted new investments to a tune of $70 billion, which I'll talk about in a minute. That's $70 billion of companies that didn't exist before, weren't paying taxes, and there's over 850,000 more people working today than there was 6 years ago, all paying taxes. There's no reason for governments to raise taxes. Do you know what the problem is with government? The problem is with government, they don't have an income problem, they have a spending problem. We don't believe in spending and wasteful spending on taxpayers' money. And I'll touch on those points in a minute. That's money that goes back into your businesses so you can invest in innovation and growth. And we've seen the results firsthand. Ontario has attracted more than $45 billion in first electric vehicle and battery plants in Canada, along with billions of dollars of investments in the tech sector and more than $5 billion in life sciences. In 2018, we've added over 850,000 new jobs, as I mentioned, to our economy. In fact, in 2023, Ontario created more manufacturing jobs than all 50 U.S. states combined. Folks, I'm a numbers guy. I can go on forever with these stats. But these numbers are more than just data points. They represent better jobs and bigger paychecks, real opportunities for workers, families, and entire communities to thrive. It's a far cry from where we were just 6 years ago, when sky-high energy prices and uncompetitive business environment forced plants to close, sending 300,000 jobs south of the border. What a difference a few years can make in a pro-worker and pro-business agenda. But we can never take this progress for granted. We have to continue to eliminate barriers in economic growth and job creation and keep fighting ways to put money back into the pockets of businesses and people. So today, I'm thrilled to announce that our government is giving back to workers and businesses another $2.5 billion, that's billion with a B, through fee reductions and WSIB rebates. Thank you. Thanks. This includes delivering $2 billion in surplus funds back to Ontario businesses through the WSIB, which is a direct result of the agency's new approach to strong financial management. For a small business, let's say like a bakery, with fewer than 5 employees, this could mean a refund of up to $2,300. For a small construction company with 50 employees, the refund could climb to $45,000. And for the growing company that has 100 employees, the refund could reach $70,000. That's money these businesses can reinvest back into their workers, into technology, into infrastructure, and into our economy, creating more jobs and opportunity. Our government is always cutting the average premium rate for Ontario businesses from $1.30 to $1.25, saving businesses about $150 million in total every year, while lowering premium rates to the lowest level in half a century, all without reducing workers' benefits. Under the previous government, the payroll tax was simply too high, which is why we're continued to lower the payroll tax over the last 7 years. This is a real staggering figure, saving businesses a total of $18.6 billion. Think of that, $18.6 billion going back into the businesses that can reinvest. We're also unlocking $400 million to invest in workers' health and safety, with programming focused on workers' mental health, preventative and chronic injury care, and recovery. And that's not all. We're also removing the $150 fee for apprentices taking their first certificate of qualification exam, making it easier for more people to start a rewarding career in the skilled trades. And Thank you. And finally, we're launching a new Safe Business bonus with an additional $1,000 bonus for eligible employers that create a workplace health and safety action plan approved by the WSIB. Friends, these are groundbreaking measures. We'll pump billions of dollars back into the economy and keep Ontario competitive. They're going to help businesses expand, create new opportunities, support workplace health and safety, and ensure hardworking people have access to good-paying jobs in every corner of this province. Now, before I finish, I want to talk about the recent U.S. election and the upcoming review of the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement. As everyone here knows, there's no partnership more important to the economic success of Ontario and Canada than our close ties with the United States, which I already had full disclosure, I'm in love with the U.S. As we led into the review of the USMCA, our government is doing everything we can to strengthen and grow our historic partnership. We're continuing to build relationships with our U.S. counterparts at all levels of government and all political stripes, driving home the message that we need to reject protectionism and promote Buy Can-Am approach, or it can be Am-Can, either one, whatever you pick there, Consul General, Ambassador. As we do, we won't hesitate to call it like we see it. Because while free trade is essential to economic growth, free trade has to be fair. Since signing onto the USMCA, Mexico has allowed itself to become a backdoor for Chinese cars, auto parts, and other products into Canadian and American markets. This practice is known as transshipment, and it undercuts Canadian and American workers and hurts the shared economic success we've built together. If Mexico isn't going to play by the rules, they shouldn't have a seat at the table or enjoy access to the largest economy in the world. Instead, we must prioritize our deepest economic partnership by working directly with the U.S. on a bilateral free trade agreement that puts Canadian and American workers first, with separate discussions for a bilateral agreement with Mexico. This week, as chair of the Council of the Federation, I sat down with my fellow premiers of every political stripe to get their input. It's unanimous. Every single premier agrees that Canada should directly negotiate separate bilateral free trade agreements with the U.S. and Mexico and return fairness to free trade. I look forward to sitting down with the Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister in the near future to ensure Ontario's voice is heard and the voices of all provinces and territories are heard. Friends, today, Ontario is the envy of North America. We're the envy of the world. We're attracting investments. We're creating jobs. We are an economic powerhouse. But as I said earlier, we can't take this success for granted, and we won't. We're going to make sure Ontario business environment remains ripe for growth and investment. That requires keeping costs down. It means investing in critical infrastructure to ensure we can continue to grow. And it means strengthening economic ties with places that share our values. That's exactly what we're going to continue to do. Let's get it done. Thank you again for inviting me to speak today. Enjoy the summit, and may God bless the people of Ontario. Thank you so much. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much, Daniel.
Well, Premier, thank you so much. You weren't here yesterday, but I spoke yesterday about what I saw and we at the Chamber see as Ontario's